Hello, hello Pisces. Welcome to your 2019 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Pisces. And I just want to let you know that I am now offering full video readings. So that is something that's now available. It's like a personal YouTube video with all the bells and whistles and everything like that. And the other thing that I'm so excited to share with you guys is I am now doing, or have already done, 2019 love and relationship readings. And might I just say, the Pisces one is particularly good. So check that out if you're interested, and you can check me. I have not said that about a single other sign. Your guys' love and relationship reading was the best one that I did. The link is in the description box. That's all on my Patreon. And what else is going on? Oh, the other thing that I want to mention about the love readings is they're good for sun, moon, rising, Mars, and Venus if you want. And you can also cross-watch those. So just give it a gander and go ahead and take a deep breath into the diaphragm. If there's anything you want to have come up today, go ahead and set your intention now. And first thing for Pisces in 2019 is for today, I honor myself. And how are you doing that? How is that something that you show yourself on a daily basis? How do you honor your feelings? How do you honor your needs? How do you honor all of the things that you're the way that you're celebrating all the things you've accomplished? I mean, pay attention to that and just carry it with you. The animal card is beaver. You're building. This is going to be a great year to build and construct and make things happen, especially in the astral I'm getting. So manifestation will be very helpful because it's going to create the blueprint in the astral, and then you can actualize it through taking action and making things happen in real time. The botanical card for you is adversity. This is all overcoming. So I think that the adversity is kind of shifting out. You're actually opening up a lot of space in 2019 for new growth, new experiences. It seems like there's just a lot of doors that are open and you're building something really wonderful for yourself. So just pay attention to what you're creating and how you're honoring yourself, and then watch as the shifts come into your life. And the angel card for you is birth. And this is for you. So some of you, hey, maybe it's a positive omen if you're looking to have a baby, but this is, I'm reading, like I said, the adversity is kind of shifting out and you're being birthed into a new paradigm for yourself. So that is great news because it's all fresh in 2019. It truly is a blank slate for you. So let's see what the central energy is for you this year. Four of Wands, creating a home, stability, having lots of reasons to celebrate. That's what's coming through for the Four of Wands. It's just about getting together, having fun, enjoying yourself. And the Four of Wands is, how do I put this? It's like a nesting card, but it's also, this is what your construction has to do with, is the Four of Wands, creating that space, creating that home, creating that environment that's really conducive to your growth and making things happen and achieving what you want to achieve. So this will be the focus that's going to bleed into all the other cards that are clarifying this central energy. So let's see what's going on. This is a mind, body, spirit reading. So we'll do mind first. Eight of Rods. Okay, do you see the yellow light? This is showing don't get ahead of yourself. Be really, really careful with filling in blanks and making assumptions and jumping 12 steps ahead without proper information or data. You have to be really cautious with not overthinking or jumping the gun on anything, just because it might send you into a rabbit hole. Be open to receiving more information from the source, like you want the information from the place that you're wondering about, whether it be a person, an organization, a job, whatever. You want to hold off on the assumptions and jumping to conclusions. That is going to be kryptonite for you this year. So make sure you are slowing your mind down as much as you can. Now, your physical well-being, we have the Two of Wands. This looks like what you put in is what you get out, because the Two of Rods is about receiving. It's all about what you find coming into your life, coming into your space. And so the more action that you take that's really helpful for this in 2019, the better your physical well-being is going to be. And the more neglectful you are around your health, then you're just not going to have the same benefits as if you're really giving it effort. So notice this, stick with it, pay attention to it, and be serious about your physical well-being as well. Like, don't sweep it under the rug or ignore it this year. It's something that it's like your physical body is so very important, and so that's what you want to treat it as, so that you can live your best life, so that you can be in the best physical condition possible. Like, no matter it, and it's just for you, it's an individual experience for you. It's just that, you know, you only get one. So make sure you're using it. All right, and then we have Spirit. What's your spiritual experience this year? We have the Page of Swords. I'm going to clarify this guy. Six of Rods. Remember that your ideas, if you get an idea or a hit of inspiration, there is something to be said about that. And there is a lot of action that you can take on the inspiration that you get. When you receive a download, what happens if you were to pursue it? And if you're kind of feeling stuck or lost or confused, remember that the solution is action. Clarity comes through action, not thought. Thinking about it some more isn't going to do you any good. So you have to take action on it, otherwise you're never going to figure it out. And if you get all of these inspirations and things you're interested in and things you want to do, and you sit on your hands, then you're not even giving yourself a fair chance to see whether or not that's something that you would really like to invest in more. So give yourself a fair shot, give yourself a fair chance, let yourself do the damn thing. Otherwise, you're never going to know. And that is actually more of a risk than if you were to, like try something and not like it, or try something and fail. And so it's interesting because the spiritual experience is actually so action-based. It's not in your head. It's not about meditating more. It's not about finding a frickin' guru, which I can't stand that word, but it's really something that you have to take action on. Remember that the spiritual information that you get isn't something that you should just ignore. It's something that you should do something with, create something with it. Like, that's why it's being given to you. So move forward with it, see what happens. Worst case scenario, you don't like it and you toss it aside. It's not a waste of time, it's just more information. So give that to yourself. Create that gift and give it to yourself, because there is so much value in taking action this year. Now we're getting into the advice for you in 2019. Strength. Don't get sidetracked by one speed bump or one hiccup. This is a process. It's not linear. It has ebbs and flows. It's not going to be cut and dry or straight and narrow. It's a journey. It's a process. You're a human being with a human body and human emotions. And so just remember that every single experience is a part of the ride. So that's what you're kind of, that's what you're benefiting from this year. So just roll with the punches, go with it, go with the flow. And I know that there's a lot of Pisces that are really great at doing that. So you kind of get the opportunity to see that through. And that's actually what's going to make you stronger in the end. It's about kind of bobbing on top of the water of whatever you're experiencing, whatever old stuff is coming up, whatever experiences you're having. And then that's how you get through it, is not getting whisked away, but instead just rolling with it. And then what you need to know about 2019 is the Two of Cups. Bam. I'm telling you, if you're interested in love relationships, you need to go look at the 2019 love readings, because this is a great omen, if you will, for a love relationship if you're interested in that. I know not everyone is interested in love. That's why this is geared more towards self-care, empowerment, healing. But I'm just throwing that out there for those of you who are interested, because I know a lot are. But for those of you who, just as like a general message for 2019, this is about connection. Remember that connection is so powerful, and a lot of the things that you are trying to manifest come through people. It comes through connection. It comes through your network. So I say that often, but it's so true. All of the opportunities, it's like you're one person away from getting a great opportunity or something that you're wanting, or, you know, the partner that you want, or whatever it is. So the clarifier for this is the Three of Pentacles. It takes work. Remember, you can't just sit at home and expect to have all these connections pop up. So it does mean that you're going to have to invest first, whether it be in a class, or if it's investing time, getting to know people, or getting yourself out and, you know, rubbing shoulders with people. That's really where the work comes in. So don't be afraid to apply yourself when it comes to the connections, and you might meet the exact person that you are looking to connect with, or the person that is going to be a catalyst for a great thing in your life. So this gives a lot of hope. It doesn't matter if it's a business connection. It doesn't matter what it is. It really looks like you want to make those connections, because there's a lot hanging out in the realm of friendship, community connections that is going to have immense payoff for you. So I would actually say that this could be a great focus for you in 2019, is just making more friends, meeting new people, and expanding that part of your life. Now we're getting into the timeline. So if you're new to my channel, we start here. This is the beginning of the year, so January to March, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, and that'll be where you end up at the end of 2019. First thing, death. So this is what I was talking about here. You have birth and death, and this is where probably the most change is going to occur, or you're going to find yourself emerging in the beginning of 2019, like huge breakthrough, like storming into your new path, your new direction, your new journey, whatever it is that you want to happen. And you're being reborn here. This is where you're going to find the most shift happen. So let's see what happens in the 2nd quarter. Two of Cups making an appearance again. I'm telling you, connection, connection, connection. What are you building? Now, this is actually adding another dimension to this whole reading. With the Beaver card, I suspect that a lot of you are going to be building relationships in 2019 whether they be platonic, business, or romantic. Connections are probably the biggest contributor to your growth. And that's also why I'm reading here, because Pisces, it's such a sensitive sign and you're super intuitive and everything. So you want to be careful with the mental side of things. Remember that your intuition and your regular human brain, not the same thing. They're just not. So that's where you kind of have to be careful with filling in all the blanks. But other than that, building relationships is #1 in 2019. And third quarter, we have the Emperor. So coming into stability, getting clear about what you want, what you need. There's also a ruby hanging out over there if you're into crystals and want to look that up. But the Emperor is just about that grounded, stable energy that you have coming into the third quarter. So it looks like you're kind of shifting out all of that transformation, wishy-washiness, you know, like I said, riding the waves of any type of instability, uncertainty, and then you're coming into something that's really stable and secure and grounded. And then the fourth quarter wrapping up 2019, you have the Knight of Wands, and this is when energy really starts to pick up. I think that the Emperor is kind of providing a stable platform for you to jump off and accomplish all those things that you have on your to-do list or the things that you want to make happen. 2019 is the year. That's the year when you're going to see by the end of this year that things just take off in more ways than you're probably expecting. Now we're going to do a 3-card pick. Remember, this deck is an oracle deck, so it answers pretty directly. And you can ask a question, you can ask for guidance, you can ask for insight. And card number 1, fear. Fear is an illusion in many ways, right? We don't live out in the trees and we're not surrounded by saber-toothed tigers, so your brain kind of has to create them. It doesn't mean that fear is useless, because it helps protect you, but it also can hold you back. So make sure if you're having any fear-based thoughts, don't feed into it right away. Don't jump the gun. Take a breath. Take a breather, take a step back, and reevaluate, and then take appropriate, mindful risks that make sense for you, and challenge this. You have to challenge this. Card 2. We have solar plexus, effort, work. It's all about your hustle. What are you giving your energy to? And beware of giving energy to black holes. That's something that I find a lot of Pisces have a tendency to get sucked into a vacuum or connect their energetic resources to people that are particularly draining. And so this is going to be a great practice for you to keep your energy intact, keep it within yourself. Don't start plugging into energetic vampires. This isn't a good year to do that because it's going to distract you from a lot of really great things that you have going on. And pay attention to the connections that you're making, because you want to be intentional with who you're calling in. All right, and card number 3, we have spiritual suffering. What suffering story are you communicating? Like, is there something on repeat for you that's just, I always do blah, 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 or this is always the outcome, or I never get shmanana? That's where you kind of have to stop, because spiritual suffering, like, suffering isn't something that you have to do. I forget what they say. I think it's something to the effect of, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional, and that's what this is reflecting. Like, you don't have to be in a perpetual state of suffering. That's something that you can find some type of solution to. You can find a way out. You can find a way to navigate this energy. It's not like you are destined to you know, stay in a lifetime of pain. Like, no, that it's a big world and there's a lot more going on and there's a lot more opportunity for good, but you have to set yourself up to receive it. All right. And that kind of reminds me of the Two of Rods as well, where you want to set yourself up to receive the good things. You want to call in the good things, be intentional with the good things, quit looking for areas where suffering is something that you're creating as a part of your story. Be extra careful with what you're telling yourself this year. Okay, my friends, thank you, Pisces, so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, if you want to work with me one-on-one, for those of you who don't know, I am an intuitive counselor. That's actually my work. I do energetic counseling sessions and everything like that. You can ask all the questions your heart desires, and all the links to work with me are in the description box. Do not forget to check out the Patreon. Your love reading is so good. Like, I have not said that about any other signs because yours like stood out so much. So check that out, link in the description. And for everything else, you can go to onyxhealing.com. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you again, everybody. Have a beautiful 2019, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.